this is the structure you will see. So this is cross-section of your cochlea. Alright. Let's study 1/3. Aralin natin isang third. Napaka-magandang third. Ito, maganda itong third na to. Alright, let's look at the ito pala mas maganda. Okay, look at this. So this is 1/3 from this point to this point is one cochlear third. Okay? Let's look at this under low power. This is low power. Okay. So that was the third that we chose. Ito po yung third na choose natin again from this point to this point. Each cochlear third is divided into 3 compartments. The uppermost compartment, this one, is called scala vestibuli. The middle compartment is called scala media. And the lowermost compartment is called scala tympani. The scala media is bounded by 2 membranes, the Reisner's membrane and the basilar membrane. So this basilar membrane over here. Okay, yung entire na yan is basilar membrane and this is Reisner's membrane. Okay. Scala media is actually equivalent to what we call cochlear duct. This is cochlear duct. And therefore, the scala vestibuli and the scala tympani are both occupied by perioly. Scala media, on the other hand, is occupied by endolymph. Right. Now let's study further your basilar membrane. Overlying the basilar membrane is this structure, what we call the organ of Corti. Let's look at your organ of Corti on high power. Okay, there you go. This is how the organ of Corti looks like. These are what we call hair cells. So the hair cells, once stimulated by the movement of the endolymph, of course, the waves of your endolymph, this would now cause your hair cells to be stimulated to produce your hair impulse. Now, I'm not going into that physiology. Saka na tayo mag-aral nun. Okay? Anyway, so again, as you said, this is your basilar membrane. This is the lateral wall. Ito po yung labas natin. This is the lateral wall. This, from outside, is what you call your bony lamina, or your bony layer, followed by your spiral ligament, and this portion here is what we call the stria vascularis. Ayan po, ito easily identify. Stria vascularis, spiral ligament, bony lamina. Let's look at this under low power para mas ma-appreciate. Ayan ulit. So, stria vascularis, spiral ligament, bony lamina. This is the lateral wall. As you go medially from your basilar membrane and your organ of Corti, you'll identify another structure, this one. So again, let's look at this under high power. So again, this is your organ of Purkinje. This now is what we call the spiral limbus. It has cells called interdental cells. That one. That is responsible for the production of this membrane, what we call your pectoral membrane. So the interdental membrane produce secretion, produce your pectoral membrane. As we go further laterally, we'll be able to identify this group of cells. There you go, point large at that. These are actually ganglion cells. Look at that. You know? These are nerve cells. We've already seen ganglion before. Ayan po, di ba? This is now your spiral ganglion. Ganglion cells of your spiral ganglion. Okay? So those are the things you're supposed to identify in your cochlea. Okay? Next slide. This slide number 3. This is actually the nose, nasal mucosa. Please take note that the nasal mucosa here was cut transversely. And you pass at the superior nasal concha. And that is why if you examine this specimen, you'll actually be seeing some parts of the cerebrum. There you go. These are some parts of the cerebrum. Okay. So, if you examine the mucosa, remember the roof of the nasal cavity is made up of olfactory epithelium. So we're actually looking at olfactory epithelium, and this is supposed to be lined by pseudostratified columnar epithelium without goblet cells. Without goblet cells. Now, what are the things to identify aside from the epithelium? Please identify this structure. Okay, let's look at this other low power. This is low power. Please confirm. There you go. The pseudostratified columnar. If you don't see any goblet cell. In fact, you identify plenty blood vessels. These are structures with blood within. These are blood vessels. What I wanted you to identify are structures like this. This is what you call your fila olfactoria or your olfactory filament, which will give rise, of course, to your olfactory nerve. You may identify as well some glands. Specifically what you call your Bowman's gland. Ano tayo? Yan. Bowman's gland. Nakakita ako isang grupo dito. Pagkalaki. Yan. Yan. Bowman's gland. Take note, the glands are described as tubulo-alveolar. There you go. There's a tubular part over here, and there's an alveolar part over here. It's described as tubulo-alveolar. Bowman's glands. So please identify Bowman's glands. Identify the fila olfactoria. Identify the lining epithelium. Okay? So again, it's the superior aspect of the nasal cavity, basically the roof at the area of your superior nasal concha. Last slide is the tongue. We've seen the tongue before when we studied the digestive system. Again, please take note of your taste buds. Please review which lingual papillae contain the taste buds. There are only 3 taste buds found in humans. There are 4 lingual, but 4 lingual papillae. There are 4 lingual papillae. There are only 3 found in humans: filiform, fungiform, and your circumvallate. So again, this is an example of your circumvallate because we find the taste buds at the sides, and that it is usually found embedded. No? The circumvallate is usually embedded. And there you go, you see your taste buds at the sides. Let's look at this. This is low power. And this is high power. We're not going to identify the cells. It's sufficient to say that the most important cell in the taste bud, of course, is your gustatory cell. Right? That's your receptor cell for the sense of taste. Okay? So please, again, look at your little papillae, circumvallate. Okay, hindi natin ma-identify alin dito yung gustatory at alin dito yung supporting. And this, of course, on the other hand, is what we identify as fungiform because we find your taste buds on the superior aspect of the papilla. Okay? Also, please try to identify again kung meron filiform, like this one over here. Diba? Sabi natin, filiform is lined by stratified squamous, chiacanthinides, typically. So, yun lang aralin nyo nga today.